New York is now the first state to temporarily ban data centers, and other jurisdictions may follow suit. Governor Kathy Hochul signed an executive order that pauses construction on new facilities for 1 year to create a framework to protect residents and the environment. Critics say the centers harm the environment and also drive up utility costs. President Trump, though, is calling on Hochul to reverse the order. He says data centers are big, strong, bold, and money machines for the state in which they are built. Environmental advocate Erin Brockovich is here to respond. She uncovered a toxic water scandal many decades ago that inspired a movie starring Julia Roberts. She now runs a website called BrockovichDataCenter.com. Erin, it's a great pleasure to have you on the program. I've watched other interviews, and you have identified this not so much as a Luddite, no data centers ever, stop the whole revolution of AI, but there needs to be less secrecy, more transparency, and more community involvement. Do I have that about right?
Yeah, I mean, not everybody likes AI, but AI is here to stay. That genie's left the bottle. But what this issue is about is the data centers that are being built to feed AI, and they're cropping up all over the United States. I created a map thinking this was happening in one town. I didn't realize it was happening in every single state. And what's been interesting to watch as it unfolds is everybody's having the same concern. This was done almost in secrecy, non-disclosure. They had no idea it was coming. They had no information about how much water consumption was going to be used, who was going to pay for this, what would happen to our utility bills, our water bills, our land, our wildlife, our sanctuary, everything at once. And all of our human resources seem to be getting sucked up in building the data centers out. And that's been everyone's huge concern. And it's just, we're seeing more and more of it as it goes from proposal stage to construction stage to ones that are up and running. People are now reporting very large increases in their electric bill, large increases in their water bill. The noise of these facilities 24/7 is just deafening and maddening. And this is coming from the people who are living and breathing and experiencing what's happening when these very large data centers are built in their own backyard.
And Erin, it's not universally true, but as I understand it, in some states and some localities, all the conversations were completely private. And suddenly the construction would begin and the data center would become a reality. And anyone who was knocking on the door or trying to pick up a phone or texting a member of the city council, the county commission, or the state legislature basically got the Heisman, like, back off. And until this political uprising became more visible, nobody was really minding their central concerns.
Absolutely. And that same process happened for me. I got 30 emails from the same town about data centers. And I'm like, what are these data centers? Let me look into that. And I wanted to see the bigger picture. And we found that out pretty quickly. And what's very interesting, across the board in every single state, everyone's reporting the exact same thing. We did not know. And then when we are getting notice of it, they set meetings at 9 a.m. when everybody's at work. They set meetings at 3 in the afternoon when everybody's at work. Or if they show up, they're only allowed to speak for 30 minutes. So as you see this kind of popping up everywhere around the U.S., more and more people are starting to show up at their own city councils, and the exact same things are occurring.
And Erin, as I understand it also,
the bomber came in the night.
It's bipartisan. This is not a right issue or a left issue exclusively.
No, in 30 years of my work, I have never seen a situation like this where it was bipartisan. Both sides of the aisle. There's a lot at stake here. I mean, we were just having a conversation earlier with a community member who's in some litigation over a data center. But by the time it's built, it's projected to be using 7 million gallons of water per day. You add that up over a year, and if several facilities across the country are doing that, we're talking billions and billions of gallons of water usage and water consumption. And who's going to pay the price for all of this? The people are. They're already reporting these huge utility increases, water increases. And so I've just never seen anything as consistent across the country where everybody's reporting the exact same thing, the exact same concerns, and all of it was done in secrecy. They didn't even get a seat at the table to make a vote or have a choice.
It's a conversation we're going to continue to follow. Erin Brockovich, I appreciate your time. Thank you so very much.
Thanks for having me.